casket lay at the center of the room, carved from the finest mahogany wood and adorned with intricate patterns. The air inside the dimly lit hut was heavy with the scent of incense, mingled with the bitterness of freshly cut herbs. Women wrapped in dark mourning cloths wailed softly, their voices forming a haunting melody that rose and fell in rhythm. Inside the casket, Nneka's body lay still, her skin pale, and her hands folded neatly over her chest. Her face, serene in death, betrayed no sign of the pain she had endured in her final moments. A white wrapper embroidered with golden threads covered her body, and a string of coral beads adorned her neck, a final gift from her grieving husband, Obinna. But something felt wrong. The flickering flames of the oil lamps cast long shadows on the walls, and the mourner shivered, though the night was warm. Whispers passed among them, their uneasy glances fixed on the casket. The eldest woman in the room, Mama Aku, leaned toward another mourner and murmured, "It feels as though something isn't right in this room. I've felt this kind of air before." Suddenly, the wailing ceased. A cold wind swept through the hut, extinguishing the lamps. Darkness swallowed the room, and the mourners gasped in fear. Then came the sound, faint at first, like the rustling of dry leaves, but growing louder and more distinct. It was a scratching noise, coming from inside the casket. A young girl screamed and bolted out of the hut. The others froze, their eyes wide with terror as the scratching grew louder, more frantic. Then, with a loud crack, the lid of the casket flew open. Nneka sat up. Her once serene face was twisted with rage, and her hollow eyes glowed faintly in the darkness. Her coral beads clinked together as she turned her head, scanning the room. When she spoke, her voice was low and guttural, echoing as if it came from deep underground. "Adora," she called, her tone icy. "Why did you kill me?" The mourners screamed and scattered, stumbling over one another in their rush to escape. All except one woman, who remained frozen in the corner, trembling violently. "Ador." Nneka's glowing eyes locked on her co-wife, and a chilling smile spread across her lips. "Did you think this would remain a secret forever? Do you think I would rest in peace? Impossible." Adora fell to her knees, her voice shaking as she pleaded, "Please, Nneka, please. It was the devil. The devil made me do it." Nneka stepped out of the casket, her movements jerky and unnatural. The air in the room grew colder with every step she took. "The devil, you poisoned me, stole my life, and now you blame the devil. No, Adora, you will suffer for what you've done." Adora let out a blood-curdling scream as Nneka lunged toward her, her icy hands gripping Adora's throat. Though her body seemed frail in death, her strength was unrelenting. Adora's screams echoed through the village as Nneka's ghost dragged her into the night. The villagers found Adora the next morning, lying lifeless beside Nneka's grave. Her face was frozen in an expression of sheer terror, her hands clawing at the soil. Nneka's casket, when examined, was empty, its lid wide open. From that day, whispers of Nneka's vengeance spread throughout the land. Obinna, overwhelmed with grief and fear, left the village and never returned. The elders declared the haunting a lesson, warning all against letting envy and hatred drive their actions. As they said, the spirit of the innocent will not rest until justice is fulfilled.